Alright, well, hello YouTube. This is Joseph Quick and Buddy here. So, what I'm going to go over real fast is stuff that every reptile owner should have. No matter if you have a ball python, corn snake, milk snake, leopard geckos, anything like that. Now, some of this stuff is more specific for one thing than it is the other. So, first I'm going to go over all of the basics. The first thing is having ReptiSafe, a water cleaning solution. That is the first thing I think every pet owner should have. Because you can get these terrariums. Yeah, you can get those. Or you can do the on the budget terrariums or enclosures, whatever you want to call them, and you'd be fine. So that is a matter of preference. Preference and preference. Now, another thing I think every pet owner should have is a substrate scoop. This, so that way, if you're using this kind of bedding, you can easily scoop up their feces and throw them away. And then another thing I think every single pet owner should have, and this should be one that a lot of pet owners agree with me on, is you have some sort of cleaning solution, such as Wipe Out by Zoom Med. And then also too, Repti shedding aid, because you never know, it may be on sale at Petco, Walmart, reptile store, wherever you go. I would get that. I would get that. Shedding aid. Can't talk. And then another thing that I advise that everybody get is always keep extra bulbs. Always keep extra bulbs. Always have extra bulbs laying around. Alright. So now then we're going to get on to more of the ideally for only one species or one type. And I'm only going to go over snakes and leopard geckos, because that's currently what I have. Alright, so for snakes, one thing that I recommend that everybody get, no matter what it is a snake hook. Because I'm going to show you real quick, and I have been working with Buddy on this. Alright, so for whenever he gets larger, so see this big fold? Just pick up very gently. And then I could then just very gently set him in there. But because I am holding him for the 15 minutes, I'm not going to. 15 minutes or longer. Alright. So, that is the biggest thing I can think of that any snake owner should have. Just in case, for whenever your snake gets larger and you want to pick it up and hold it, you've got something to stay out of its mouth so you don't get bit. Now, for leopard geckos, if you have crickets, I would actually go with getting a small critter tote from All Living Things. And then I would get a Zoom Med calcium block for the crickets. Okay? Or you can do that and get the leopard gecko food and put it here in a little food dish. And of course, you don't always have to do live crickets, as I did this morning I did these Zoom Med Cano crickets. I put 3 in there because I didn't know if they would eat one, they would both eat one, and then they both eat 1.5. So with that, I wasn't quite sure. Oh, hey, look. That's a little piece of skin of shed. Just not realize that. But, another thing that all pet owners should have are some sort of feeding tongs. Now, I have these for Buddy, and then these for the crickets. Because I want these to only smell like crickets, and I want this one here to only smell like mice. So, crickets, mice. And then for leopard geckos, I actually have what some people would call too much calcium. Because I have 1 Repticalcium, 2 Repticalcium, 3 Repticalcium. Then I have vitamins, more ReptiSafe. But also too, a lot of times, a lot of people with their leopard geckos, they don't give them all the calcium that they need in an additional form. They only give them what they need from their crickets, from their mealworms, grasshoppers, whatever. So with that, it's more of personal preference. But also too, for these guys, I have freeze-dried mealworms that I want to try and work with these guys on. Look at that color. But alrighty. Oh, and also one more thing is always keep an extra tote for your animal, and a small critter tote for your animals. So if you have to take them to the vet or you're going on a trip or something, you can throw them in there and take them with you. Or they can keep the box like I did with Buddy. So that's his original box. That is his original box. But, so, and another thing that goes for all animals, that I think is, in my opinion, is always have 2 hides. 1 hide, 2 hide, and then a water dish. Now for like these guys, they got a food dish for their mealworms and for their leopard gecko food. Now I have this because it's easier to fill this and that up from this. And whenever I fill that up, I have a cut water bottle here that I stick in there and then I just pour it in there. But yeah. And also have thermostats. Always try and have at least two thermostats. If you can't and you can only have one, have one. It is what it is. But so, like, see with this one here, it's 82 degrees. I can drop Buddy in here if he'll ever let go. But alrighty. So me and Buddy are gonna get out of here and talk to you guys later. Alrighty. Be prepared, be safe, and remember that these things are only things that I personally believe that every snake owner should have. You may have one or two things that I don't have that you think every pet owner should need and have. But that's all up to you. That's all up to you and your opinion. Because everybody has their own opinion. But now some of the basic stuff is always needed. Ooh, also, always have some sort of substrate. Alrighty, now we're getting out of here. Alright, later guys. Be prepared, stay safe. I hope this video helped you.